Good evening, Patriots, and welcome to the Douglas Ducote Show that's running a little late tonight. And I'm not going to keep you long because I know that Donald Trump went almost 2 hours. We did not expect that to happen, but it did. And so this is what you get. I will reach out to him tomorrow and tell him in the future, let's not do his speeches at the same time I'm doing my show. Not that he would give a damn about when I do my show. But anyhow, folks, did you watch it? I hope so. It was amazing. Absolutely. I think it was the best address to Congress in my lifetime. I don't believe I've missed one in my life. Growing up, my parents always watched them, and I grew up as a little kid watching them. And as an adult, doing the same thing. When I was deployed, I believe during Desert Storm, there was one. I don't know if it was Desert Storm or if it was when I was in Panama, but I missed that one. I know that. But other than that, what I saw tonight was something that was inspiring. I heard words from the 47th president that was touching, that made me proud, that made me feel that everything that I've done and my brothers and sisters that I serve with in the military and in law enforcement have done was not in vain. That those that are out there working the streets tonight trying to protect us, and in foreign countries trying to protect us, those that are out there securing our border, trying to protect us, and then along the way, losing members of their organization to horrible deaths. What I heard tonight was that was not in vain. What I heard tonight was America's back, that we are going to be a strong nation once again. Now, it would not be right of me to give the Democrats a pass from what I watched tonight, which was their ungratefulness. I get it. Regardless if it's a Democrat president speaking or a Republican president speaking, when it's a Democrat president speaking, the Republicans don't stand and applaud. And that's to be expected. When a Republican president's up there, the Democrats aren't going to do it. But I did notice something that was different, very different. And I hope you did too. And that is, if you go back and you look at, and you can see them, they're all over social media. They're on YouTube, you can find them on Rumble, you can find them, name a platform. You can go back and you can watch all the presidential addresses to Congress and to the nation. And what you will see is that when a Democrat president was giving his speech to Congress and the nation, yes, they did not clap or stand when he talked about policies. But when he talked about those that were guests there, guest of the First Lady or guest of the president or guest of a member of his cabinet, the Republicans clapped. The Republicans will stand because these are stories that are wrapped into this entire speech that he's doing, whether it's a Democrat or Republican. Stories that most Americans have never heard of and don't realize the sacrifices that these people went through. Well, tonight, I watched a Democrat Party, House members and Senate members, that it made me sick to my stomach because I used to be one of them. I used to be a Democrat. And this group of people didn't stand and clap for the little boy who had brain cancer, didn't stand and applaud for the widow and daughters of the firefighter that was killed when Donald Trump was shot at and hit. And all of the other things, all of the other guests that were there, and their stories that the president told, which everybody, regardless of political party, should have stood up and applauded for that and showed their support. That didn't happen. They stood there holding up little freaking signs like little kids that said things like, Elon must go, or that's a lie. Hell, even one member of Congress was removed by the Sergeant of Arms for his outright blatant disrespect. And now I'm going to be calling on Congress to do their job, not just censor him, but remove him from Congress. He needs to go for what he did tonight. And to the rest of you Democrats that sat there on your phones, not paying attention, I get it. When the president said things that you don't like, that's policy, I understand. I get it because you don't get it. You don't understand how what he's talking about is good for the country, is good for all Americans. And it's the same way with Republicans when a Democrat's up there talking. But how disrespectful and outright un-American is it to sit there and not applaud and stand for people that are suffering for their losses? That the President of the United States, just briefly in a matter of a minute or less, told their story. That is absolutely unacceptable. We did not send you to Congress to disrespect the American people. And that's what you did tonight. You completely and utterly disrespected the same people that you were sent to Congress to represent. How dare you? How you can get up in the morning and look at yourself in the mirror, I don't understand. The Democrat Party of today has been hijacked by far left liberal ideology and fucking destroyed. I'm ashamed to say that I was ever a Democrat. Literally ashamed. As are the literally thousands and thousands of former Democrats that switched parties and either became a Republican or an independent because of what was happening to their party. The wokeness, the transsexual circus clowns, the open borders, not giving a damn about fentanyl or sex trafficking of women and children coming across the border, and MS-13 gang members. What a sad, pathetic, and horrible display that they put on tonight. And I hope and I pray that their constituents watch this and then do something about it come midterms and vote them out of office and never elect them again. There is no place, no place in America for that type of disrespect. It is absolutely disgusting. So, I recorded the entire speech. I will put it up probably tomorrow as a regular video for anyone that did not get a chance to watch it. I encourage you to watch it on my platforms. I will put it up on my Rumble channel. I will put it up on my X channel. I will put it up on my YouTube channel, and share it. And your friends and family that maybe didn't get a chance to watch the speech tonight because they were working or they had to get up early in the morning and didn't get a chance to watch all of it, tell them to tune in to the Douglas Ducote Show or go to one of my social media platforms and watch it. Tonight is the first night to not do a live program on YouTube. And until further notice, until YouTube decides to straighten their damn act up and stop censoring conservatives and Republicans and people like myself, then I will not be doing a live show anymore on that platform. So tonight, we go out live on Rumble, which is something that I've been trying to do for many, many years. Those of you that have been following me and hanging around for all this time, you know that I've said that the day will come that I will go to Rumble full time. Of course, I didn't expect that Elon Musk would buy out Twitter and I could proudly go to X now, but I have. So for all of you that came over to Rumble, that are watching me tonight, or that came over to X from YouTube, I very much appreciate you. And I thank you. My family thanks you. You are great American patriots. I'm just going to go and share a few things with you tonight, and then we will call it a night, because I'm sure you're tired as I am. But it was a great speech. Texas Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Have you guys heard of her yet? She is a Black Congresswoman from Texas. She condemned President Donald Trump as an enemy of the United States yesterday. Her comments were based on the meeting that Trump and J.D. Vance had with the Ukrainian president on Friday at the White House, which, as you all know, erupted into a little shouting match between the two of them, or three of them. The meeting went off the rails. Well, Crockett responded to that meeting on X by condemning Trump as a draft-dodging dumb dope, and she apologized to the world on behalf of Americans. No, madam, you do not represent me or any American citizen outside of your dumbass district that voted you into office. And anyone that voted for your type of hate speech is un-American. She went on to say, it's been a long day, but in short, bullies ain't shit. I don't care what title you hold. This isn't some long-gone reality TV show or failed casino. This is war. How dare a draft-dodging dumb dope humiliate an ally and berate an actual brave man who has actually been on the battlefield for his people? Let me say this to the world. I am sorry that the bright light America used is dimming. Then on Sunday, she doubled down and went on the only program that would listen to her bullshit. The one that's going to be probably out of business in my lifetime. Matter of fact, I don't expect to see them make it through the next 4 years because Nick at Night for Children has higher ratings than MSNBC and all their shows combined. She went on MSNBC with host Alex Witt about her apology to the world and went further, accusing Trump of being an enemy who is putting America at risk. She said, unfortunately, we have someone that is occupying the White House, and as far as I'm concerned, he is an enemy of the United States. He swore an oath just like the rest of us did. But right now, when you're literally putting us at risk, all because of what? Because you want to convince your followers that you should be a dictator too? That you should never leave the White House because you don't believe the elections should take place? Crockett argued there are numerous emerging hazards because of Trump. I don't really understand what is going on, and I don't know what it's going to take to get people to wake up, she said. No, madam, it's you that's asleep at the wheel. She said, we're not living in a safe country when we decide that we're going to weaken our national security by getting rid of those that are watching our nuclear stockpile, by giving everything over to a private friend known as Elon Musk. You got into Hunter Biden's stash, didn't you? You're a freaking crack whore. She said, we're getting rid of all the inspector generals. And so there's literally a lack of checks and balances all around us. Earlier in the interview, Crockett spoke about how Zelensky was mocked for wearing his trademark military fatigues rather than a suit to the White House. I'm sorry, madam. Not only do you not know shit about the military or military or foreign countries, you don't know shit about theirs because that wasn't a fucking military anything. Zelensky had been asked by a reporter why he doesn't wear a suit and had been greeted by Trump with the comment, "You're all dressed up today." She blasted Trump on how he wanted to talk about his clothes and suggested maybe this is because Trump never wanted to serve his country. And right now, the only service that he's giving us is driving our country apart. Madam, when did you serve in the United States military? Or did you serve in the National Guard or active duty? Air Force, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, National Guard, Reserves? No. Did you serve in law enforcement? Sheriff's Department? State police? City police? Federal law enforcement? No. You just a freaking washed up crack whore from Texas that needs to be censored in Congress and then removed from Congress. She went on to say, but I'm sorry, when you're at war, you're not worried about your outfit. That is what we call a privilege. Number one, she said. Number two, you say, oh, what can you afford? Well, if he's walking around in the fascist suits, I'm sure that they would accuse him of taking our dollars and spending it on his wardrobe and being more concerned about that. Listen, this is a no-win situation when you're walking in with someone who has decided that he's going to align himself with a dictating thug, Crockett added. Representative Crockett, go ahead and resign. Do so with what little bit of dignity and grace you have left. Because it's patriots like myself that are going to stand up and call on the Speaker of the House to remove you from office. He has the power. and Republicans are in control of that power. And people like you have no place whatsoever in our Congress. Just like Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, AOC, Anita Presley, the squad. Hateful bigotry on full display. Approximately 3,000 additional active duty troops will reportedly be deployed to the southern border between the United States and Mexico following the Trump administration's announcement that a Stryker Brigade combat team and General Support Aviation Battalion will be sent to help secure our border. In a Saturday press release, Sean Parnell, chief spokesman for the Defense Department, announced, as directed by President Trump, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has ordered the deployment of the Stryker Brigade combat team and General Support Aviation Battalion to reinforce and expand current border security operations to seal the border and protect the territorial integrity of the United States, a priority for the president. According to the Associated Press, while the Pentagon did not announce the number of troops that will be deployed, anonymous defense officials confirmed that the deployment will include roughly 3,000 active duty troops. And I can assure you, if they are deploying the actual Stryker Brigade and they're deploying a General Aviation Support Battalion, it will probably be at least 3,000, if not more. These forces will arrive in the coming weeks, and their deployment underscores the department's unwavering dedication to working alongside the Department of Homeland Security to secure our southern border and maintain the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and security of the United States under President Trump's leadership. The Associated Press reported that roughly 9,200 active duty troops have already been deployed to our southern border. According to the outlet, of the 9,200 troops, also include 5,000 National Guard troops from various governors and roughly 4,200 troops deployed by the federal government, which are National Guard or reservists that are brought onto active duty status. Following the implementation of President Donald Trump's border policies, the Department of Active Duty troops to the southern border, illegal immigration numbers have plummeted. Last month, Border Patrol Chief Mike Banks told CBS News that illegal border crossings were down approximately 94% from the same period last year under former President Joe Brandon Biden. In a Saturday post on Truth Social, Trump wrote, "The month of February, my first full month in office, had the lowest number of illegal immigrants trying to enter our country in its history." Trump said there were roughly 8,326 illegal immigrants that were apprehended by Border Patrol agents along the southern border, and that the illegal immigrants were either ejected or arrested and prosecuted. This means that very few people now come to America. The invasion of our country is over, Trump added. In comparison, under Joe Biden, there were 300,000 illegal crossings in 1 month, and virtually all of them were released into our country. Thanks to the Trump administration's policies, the border is closed to all illegal immigrants. Anyone who tries to illegally enter the United States of America will face significant criminal penalties and immediate deportation. With that, let me just add, for Democrats and liberals out there, the Republicans and conservatives and Donald Trump welcome immigrants to America the legal way. There is a way to come to our country and apply for citizenship. Get in fucking line or don't come here. And then one thing that's very, very sickening, it should be, everybody should be upset about this, no matter your political party. But that's not going to be the case. Not a single Democrat yesterday voted in favor of the protection of women and girls in sports, which would keep biological males from competing in women's and girls' sports. Not a single damn one of them. A procedural vote took place on the Senate floor, and Republicans needed at least 60 votes to break the filibuster. They received 51. Senators Angus King of Maine and Bernie Sanders of Vermont, both independents, voted with the Democrats. 4 senators were absent. And here are the sick bastards who, by the way, can't tell you what a woman is if asked by a reporter. Senators Tammy Baldwin, Democrat, Wisconsin; Catherine Cortez Masto, Democrat, Nevada; Dick Durbin, Democrat, Illinois; John Fetterman, Democrat, Pennsylvania; Ruben Gallo, Democrat, Arizona; John Hickenlooper, Democrat, Colorado; Tim Kaine and Mark Warner, Democrat, Virginia; Angus King, Maine; Gary Peters, Democrat, Michigan; Angela Alsobrook, Democrat, Maryland; Michael Bennett, Democrat, Colorado; Richard Blumenthal, Democrat, Connecticut; Lisa Rochester, Democrat, Delaware; Cory Booker, Democrat, New Jersey; Maria Cantwell, Democrat, Washington; Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware; Tammy Duckworth, Democrat, Illinois; Kristen Gillibrand, Democrat, New York; Maggie Hassan, Democrat, New Hampshire; Martin Henrich, Democrat, New Hampshire; Mays Hondo, Democrat, Hawaii; Mark Kelly, Democrat, Arizona; Adam Kim, Democrat, New Jersey; Amy Klobuchar, Democrat, Minnesota; Ben Ray Luggie, Democrat, New Mexico; Ed Markey, Democrat, Massachusetts; Jeff Markley, Democrat, Oregon; Chris Murphy, Democrat, Connecticut; Pat Murphy, Democrat, Washington; John Ossoff, Democrat, Georgia; Alex Padilla, Democrat, California; Jack Reed, Democrat, Rhode Island; Jackie Rosen, Democrat, Nevada; Brian Shates, Democrat, Hawaii; Adam Schiff, Democrat, California; Chuck Schumer, which we already talked about, Democrat, New York; Janie Sheehan, Democrat, New Hampshire; Tina Smith, Democrat, Minnesota; Chris Van Hollen, Democrat, Maryland; Raphael Rohrloch, Democrat, Georgia; Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, Democrat, Massachusetts; Sheldon Whitehouse, Democrat, Rhode Island; and Ron Wyden, Democrat, Oregon. All believe that it is okay to set women and girls back hundreds and hundreds of years. Just like with African Americans, women in America years ago had no rights. They did not have the ability to vote. They did not have the ability to be in big leadership positions and own big companies and be CEOs. And the list goes on and on and on. And they fought. Women started off as girls and fought for where they're at today. Just like African Americans did. And here we have the Democrat Party, every single senator voting against restricting biological men from competing in women's sports in high school and college. That is disgusting. And that alone should tell you everything you need to know about the Democrat Party. They are a party that has been destroyed from within because they allowed themselves to be hijacked by far left liberal ideology, and their days are numbered. At the rate they're going with the doubling down on stupid and not getting it, that Republicans won back the Senate, kept the House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the Electoral College, all the swing states, and the popular vote for everything they're against that Trump campaigned on, and he's doing They're doubling down on stupid as if that didn't happen. Well, you keep doing that. You keep doing that. Your party's gone. It's destroyed. You allowed it to be destroyed. And I pray to God that we don't see the Democrats back in control of anything in our government, at least in my lifetime. Folks, you had many places to be tonight. You chose to be here. I thank you very, very much. Again, sorry that it was so late, but hey, I can't control the president when he speaks. I will put this video up as a regular video on all my social media platforms after tonight's show, as well as tomorrow I will get the president's address up and posted on all my platforms as well. There will not be a Douglas and Marilyn show tomorrow night because my beautiful wife is in British Columbia right now. Shout out to her. She's having a wonderful time with her family. I wish I could be there, but our son was sick and somebody needed to stay behind, and I chose to be that person to do that. And he's well now. He's doing much better. And she's up there having a wonderful time with her family. And next time, I'll be with you all, I hope. So anyhow, as always, please say a prayer for our men and women serving in the United States military, our veterans, our law enforcement officers, our first responders, their families, our angel families, our blue and gold star families in our country. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central for another live broadcast of the Douglas Ducote Show. Good night, everybody.